Global War 36 enthusiast here with Operation GoldenEye, turn 11.1, Germany. It is July 1941. I am very tired. I'm running on fumes. I had the most amazing weekend with family and friend who came out to play a game of Global War 36, and it was such an amazing experience. It was a really, really close game. They ganged up on me, and the Axis had 19 victory points on the last turn of the game, and we ended the game on turn 18, and the Allies had 17, but the Allies, I was the Allies, the Comintern had 17, and the Comintern player broke the alliance and dropped some paratroopers in Berlin, blitzed some medium armor that had been in Slovakia into Bohemian into Berlin, and barely took Berlin. It was a really dramatic finish, and that flipped the scales. One down for home country for the Axis and one up for the Berlin victory objective city. And the Comintern won. So it was a great game, but I put the game on hold for all the viewers, and I really wanted to get back up to speed, so I got up at 5 o'clock this morning and I tore the game down, set up the game, ran through the turns that I'm behind. Also had a doctor's appointment about my shoulder. So anyway, it's been a long day, and I hope I don't make too many errors. I want to say a really close friend of mine brought me this nice dice tray, and I don't know if everyone knows, but I think this is Deja, who I think helped with playtesting and rules editing. I apologize if I've got that wrong, for version 3. That is Doug Friend, the owner of HBG. This is Morton, and he is the game designer, and he is also for version 3 and version 4. And then this is General Hand Grenade. So I don't know if people know that about the cover of the box. The side note, I pointed out that the handedness there for poor Morton, he's holding the weapon. It's couched in his right shoulder, you can see, but he's holding it with his right hand, and that is not right. If anyone has any experience shooting, you know that if you couch a weapon in one shoulder, you're going to be pulling it. The trigger isn't going to work that way. He couldn't have his hand. You're going to pull whatever shoulder it's on. It's going to be the trigger finger. Anyway, okay. Let's get started with reviewing some things from 10.7, Knights Templars turn. In the Battle of Hunan, we didn't know when Knights Templar was rolling across. He brought in one infantry from Szechuan across river and one mountain infantry from Kwaichao that wasn't across river, but he rolled the two together when actually it was 1 at 2 and 1 at 1. So we used PBE to determine which one was the mountain infantry, and the mountain infantry was the one that rolled the 5, and the regular infantry is just Murphy's Law, of course. That was the one that rolled a 2, so it missed and didn't hit Boston Bruce's infantry. So we had PBE generate a number for the cavalry, and the cavalry rolled an 11, so it retreated. So, Boston Bruce hit with his infantry, so Knights Templar had the option of taking his infantry as a hit or the mountain infantry as a hit, and of course he chose the infantry, and then he retreated the mountain infantry back to Kwaichao. So that's the situation in Hunan. Let's talk a little bit about how improved construction works, because it's really confusing. So the deal with improved construction is you have 2 different paths you can use when you're building your naval vessels. You can either go the fast path or you can go the cheap path. You can't do both. So if something is a stage 3 item, it takes 3 turns to build. For example, if something took 5, 5, 5, then you could choose to build it fast, build 2 turns for 10, but you could not build that third turn, that last turn, for 4. because you chose the fast path, so you have to pay the full price. So you basically you can speed it up and skip one turn, but you cannot reduce the cost. So Knights Templar wasn't familiar with that, and I totally understand that. It's a complicated rule. So he overspent basically by 6 because he fast built a heavy cruiser. So he took off 2 that he shouldn't have. He fast built a fleet carrier, extra 2 there, and fast built a heavy battleship, 2 there. But he removed from the build chart, to compensate, he removed a heavy battleship. So everything's the same, and he ends the turn with 81. USA has 81 IPPs, at least according to my math. I could be wrong. We're kind of arm wrestling about that. Now let's talk about, there's one other neat thing about improved construction. It's like improved factories, only for ships. Improved construction improves your shipyard capacity. So instead of only having 5 ships at a major shipyard, you can have 8. And so Knights Templar wants to build all of his submarines in San Francisco instead of in New Orleans. So we've adjusted that. And now let's talk about Insane Hoshi's carrier rule that we're using. It's a house rule. And what it is if your planes haven't been doing anything the whole turn and they were sitting right adjacent to where the carriers are going to be placed, then we allow the planes to start on the carriers. But we don't let you move your fighter or tactical bomber the same turn that it's going to get that special movement. So you have to be planning in advance. You either have to build the fighter or tactical bomber that turn, or it has to be adjacent. It's a really good rule that Madman Dan created. I think it's really nice, and I really think people should consider using it because it's a good rule. But you can't. Knights Templar wasn't able to use it this turn. Okay, on to 11.1. First, I just want to thank my teammates, my compadres, for taking the time to go through in exhaustive detail. I can't tell you how grateful I am. I mean, this has been a nightmare. I don't recommend anyone to do this. This is insane. Don't do this. If I knew how tough this was going to be, I would not have done this. I would have insisted, I'm out, you guys, I can't do this. But they really wanted to start in December, and look how fast we've gone to up to turn 11. It's amazing. But everyone, I really appreciate all the efforts you guys went to go through that information for me. So I am rolling for advanced artillery. I need a 7. I got a 5. I'm rolling for heavy armor. I need an 8. I got a 6. I am rolling for long-range aircraft. I need a 7. I got a 2. I'm rolling for wartime economy. I'm the only player that doesn't, or even Italy's coming. Oh no, Italy's not going for wartime economy. I'm the only major power that doesn't have wartime economy. And I need a 7. I got a 3. And I'm rolling for improved construction. I need a 7. And I got a 2. So please, my opponents, just be quiet. You have nothing to say about how sad you are you rolled a 5 for wartime economy. You have nothing to say. You could be like, I just missed with all 5 of my texts. It's turn 11 and I don't have wartime economy. It's so painful. Okay, purchases. On 10.1, I forgot to collect 4 for my Vichy, so I actually have 59. I have 59 plus 4. I was at 62. Madman Dan viciously convoy raided me in C-Zone 14, took away 3 IPPs, knocked me from 62 down to 59, but I do have the 4 IPPs from Vichy, so I'm up to 63. Okay. I'm going to get 1 airborne infantry for 3. I'm going to get 8 cavalry for 24, that's 27. I'm going to get 2 advanced mechanized infantry for 8, that's 35. I'm going to get 2 SS Panzer Grenadiers for 8, that's 43. I'm going to get 1 medium armor for 6, that's 49. I'm going to get 1 jet fighter for 12, that's 61. I'm going to begin construction of an airbase in eastern Ukraine for 2, that brings me up to 63. And I get that 1 free blue division. Combat movement. Let's move stuff around here. Zoom out a bit. Okay. Maybe I'll zoom in a little. I think that's probably going to cover everything. Okay. I'm going to have one strategic bomber fly from Romania here to Crimea for carpet bombing. I'm going to have one medium bomber fly from Romania to Transcaucasia for bombing of that rail that's on the border of Transcaucasia and northern Caucasia. Okay, hopefully I can see up here in the Baltics, because we're going to have some, oh yeah, we can totally see up there. Okay, so one infantry is going to move from Lithuania into Latvia. That's a walk-in, it's not worth anything. One infantry from Lubelski and 4 medium armor and 2 self-propelled artillery are going to hit northern Belorussia. It has 1 militia. I've run out of militia because Madman Dan is so zealous about buying all these militia that if you just see an empty chip, that means that it's a militia. So these, let's see, what would that be? 7 units are going after that 1 militia there in northern Belorussia. From Lubelski, I am going to move 10 infantry, 5 cavalry, 1 artillery, and 1 anti-aircraft artillery, that's this group, into southern Belorussia. From Warsaw, I am going to move 1 cavalry, 1 motorized infantry that's towing 1 anti-aircraft artillery, 2 advanced mechanized infantry. Everything from Warsaw, except for that fighter, is going into southern Belorussia. Okay. Then down in, Romania is going to pick up an air transport in Romania. It's going to pick up an airborne infantry and airborne assault Smolensk. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, and it's going to end up flying back to western Ukraine. Then I'm going to have a fighter fly from Warsaw. 1, 2, wait. How did I count this? 1. This is a problem. I don't think that guy can make it, because I don't have a place to land. I've only got a range of 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's funny. I thought I had an airbase in Warsaw. So much for that fighter flying into Smolensk. That's not gonna work. But one of these fighters from Romania, I think it can make it. 1, 2, 3, and I still have 2 to land. So that, you know what? I think that's fine. Is there any way this guy can make it? 1, 2, 3. No, there's no way that Warsaw fighter can make it. So that's not going to be involved. You can see the brain capacity is slowing down, because anybody who's played in a tournament or played a weekend, Global War 36 in a weekend, it saps you, it just drains you down. Okay, 1 infantry from southern Ukraine is going to move into Ruda. So there's a militia down there. I'm going to have 1 infantry here. I should have chipped this out. 1 infantry from southern Ukraine will move into Ruda. Okay, and then I'm going to have a tactical bomber. I thought I had a tactical bomber in Romania. What happened? Where is my tactical bomber? Oh God, it's all falling apart. Did I lose my tactical bomber? Did I fly my tactical bomber somewhere? I think, God, I hope I have a tactical bomber, and I just, in all the setting up, I believe perhaps I forgot to, I really want to thank Didia Didax for all his very kind help with his great work on Tabletop Simulator to strategic bomber transport plane, medium bomber German fighter. Wait, I don't have a tactical bomber? I'm very confused. I guess I don't have a tactical bomber. I don't know what happened to my tactical bomber. Anyway, he really helped me. God dang it, I don't know what happened to my tactical bomber. I swear, Germany starts with a tactical bomber, and I don't know where it is on the map. Did I somehow lose a tactical bomber somewhere? I know I didn't lose any bombers in... Oh, God. Okay, I don't know if I have a tactical bomber, and it's really irksome because I feel like I should have a tactical bomber. If I do indeed have a tactical bomber in Romania, it's funny because I don't have one on the board from setting it up, but I'm going to attack it into Taruda. If not, I'm just going to go with 1 infantry because I'm so tired. It's probably dumb, but I'm just so done. Okay, 2 submarines. I'm going to move 1 submarine from 13 over to 32. That might not be on screen. I'm going to go to 32, so I'll have 2 subs. Yeah, that's not on screen, but the 2 subs are over there in 32, and they're going to do mine warfare. So it'll be at -3 because Panzer J has radar and advanced ASW. So when I do my subs, if I do mine warfare, I don't get the +2. So it'll be at -3. But at least I won't risk getting my dudes killed. Okay. So we have some rolls. I need some dice. Let's see. Okay. Northern Belorussia. I have 1 infantry at 2. No, I did have 2, 3. I'm sorry, guys. My worst video ever. I have 2 self-propelled artillery at 3. These are first strikes. Yay! Okay, good. This is what I need because I can't think. Okay, so Northern Belorussia isn't worth anything. And Germany takes it. Then these units, oh, you can't see, but in Northern Belorussia there are 4 medium armor and 2 self-propelled artillery. They are going to blitz into Southern Belorussia. So I'll use my self-propelled artillery again there. Plus, in Southern Belorussia, in that attack, I have an artillery. So I have 3 at 3 in Southern Belorussia. These are my first strikes. Okay, so I first struck there too. Boston Bruce is a big proponent of the first strikes. He loves the first strike. So now Southern Belorussia is worth 1 IPP. So Germany goes up 1, Russia goes down 1. Now the Smolensk attack, which it's funny, I thought I had this tactical bomber and all this stuff. You know what I'd like to do is if I don't have a tactical bomber, or if it's not in range of Taruda, I'd like to have my strategic bomber carpet bomb Taruda. But if I do have a tactical bomber, I want to hit it Taruda and have the strategic bomber carpet bomb Crimea. Okay, where are we? We are on Smolensk. I've got 1 fighter and 1 airborne assault dude. So the airborne infantry is, he gets a +1 because he's in a city. Oh well, this is just going south quickly. 1 at 3. I'm not -1 going into a city, right? Yeah, no. Brain. Okay. Hey, I got a 2 with my airborne infantry. The militia gets 1 at 3, I believe. Yeah, he's in a city. He gets 1 at 3. So the chance of this succeeding is, oh my goodness. Okay, well that was lucky. Smolensk. I take Smolensk with an airborne, and that fighter came from Romania. 1, 2, 3 to get to Smolensk. 4, 5. It'll land in western Ukraine. I know I'm jumping out of turn. I need to move Germany up 1, 258, and USSR drops 232. Okay, now I am. I did this. I did that. Let's see. I think I've just got that Taruta attack. So let's see what happens. This is only if I do have a tactical bomber. Well, no, I should do the carpet bombing first. That would make sense. Okay, this carpet bombing is either going to be applied to Taruta if I don't have a tactical bomber. Where do you go? Or it's applied to Crimea if I do have a tactical bomber. Okay, so here's the carpet bombing wherever it's applied. Oh shoot. Okay, so it's either, now we'll try 1 infantry versus 1 militia. Okay, here's my 1 infantry, and here's his infantry in retaliation. This is in Taruta. Of course he hits. Okay, I may have a tactical bomber. Here is the tactical bomber if I do have it. Okay, so it's possible, either way, he's going to hold on to Taruta. I'm not going to take that. But it's possible that I kill him if I do have a tactical bomber that somehow has gone missing. All right. Now, I've got a medium bomber that's bombing the rail line in Transcaucasia. The way that works with medium bombers, you just roll 1d6 and you see what happens. So it did 4 points of damage. There's no AA retaliation when you're doing strategic bombing of rail. So I did the max damage there of this rail right there on the border. Morton, the designer, says you bomb on the border like that. I really like that. It's very clear where the rail has been transected. That medium bomber is going to fly back to western Ukraine. The strategic bomber is going to fly back to Romania. The fighter, that I already said that, okay. The Warsaw fighter will fly to western Ukraine. I guess I should, I'm sorry you guys, I've been doing non-combat, but I should have done my submarine mine warfare rolls. So what happens is the attacker is red and the defender is white and gets to add 3. So let's see what happens. The first guy totally defends with a plum, and the second guy defends. Oh man, Panzer J is on fire for defense. I had my happy times, just like in World War II, and now it's not the non-happy times. Okay, non-combat movement. I think I moved some planes when you guys probably couldn't even see my plane movements. But I just landed planes. Like I said, the strategic bomber landed there in Romania. The fighter from Smolensk landed in western Ukraine, and the medium bomber landed in western Ukraine, and the Warsaw fighter went to western Ukraine, and one of these fighters is going to fly from western Germany to western Ukraine. All right. Next, let's do 3 medium armor and 3 self-propelled artillery that are here in Kiev are going to move into eastern Ukraine. All right. And then this whole force that's in southern Ukraine, consisting of 4 cavalry and 12 infantry and an artillery and an AA gun, they're going to move into eastern Ukraine. Okay. Now the Romania force, I've got this motorized infantry, and it's going to tow this anti-aircraft artillery, go into eastern Ukraine. This cavalry, these 2 SS Panzer Grenadiers, and this advanced artillery into eastern Ukraine. So everything that had a range of 2 from Romania into eastern Ukraine. This 1
airborne infantry in Romania is going to move into western Ukraine. And the air transport that went to Smolensk is going to land in western Ukraine. Okay. There's one infantry in East Poland. It's going to move to western Ukraine. There's an infantry in Donolowski. It's going to move to East Poland. Let's see. Don't know what happened here. Oh yeah, that guy's in there. 2 advanced mechanized infantry are going to move from East Germany to Lubelski. 2 SS Panzer Grenadiers are going to rail from Berlin to Lubelski. 2 advanced mechanized infantry from Western Germany are going to rail to Lubelski. All right. 1 infantry is going to move from Berlin to Western Germany. So there's 3 infantry in Western Germany. 3 cavalry that are in Bohemia will move to Romania. So let me take a moment here and try to clean some stuff up so you guys can have an accurate assessment of what is where. Give me a minute here. Sorry to keep you guys waiting, but I know that the brain is fried, and I'm trying to be really careful. 1, 2. There's one more move. I'm going to have there's a cavalry in western Ukraine. It's going to move to eastern Ukraine. Okay. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. That's red chip. All right, so let's talk about, I think I've got this accurate, in southern Belorussia. I have 10 infantry, 6 cavalry, 1 motorized infantry, 2 mechanized infantry, 4 medium armor, 1 artillery, 2 self-propelled artillery, and 2 anti-aircraft artillery. All right. Then in Lubelski, I have 4 advanced mechanized infantry and 2 SS Panzer Grenadiers. In East Poland, I have 1 infantry. In Berlin, I have an infantry and a militia. In West Germany, I have 2 militia, an infantry, and a fighter. I didn't do anything different in Paris. In Yugoslavia, I have a militia, an infantry, and a mountain infantry. In Romania, I have 3 cavalry and a strategic bomber. Okay, I need to clean up. You guys have to wait for a moment while I clean up the mess in eastern Ukraine. stumped about that tactical bomber. I'm just racking my brain. When could I have lost a tactical bomber? Okay. Red chip. Apologies, this is the worst, most boring thing to watch. Okay. So I have 12. This is in eastern Ukraine. I have 12 infantry, 6 cavalry, 1 motorized infantry, 1 advanced mechanized infantry, 2 SS Panzer Grenadiers, 1 artillery, 3 self-propelled artillery, 2 anti-aircraft artillery, and 3 medium armor. Okay. And then in western, I have 3 fighters, western Ukraine, I have 3 fighters, 1 airborne infantry, 1 medium bomber, 1 air transport, 1 infantry, and I believe a tactical bomber. I just can't, I'm racking my brain about that, it's really bothering me. Okay, I think that's the end of non-combat movement. Okay, placement of units. So 2 cavalry are going to be placed in Warsaw. 1 airborne and 1 medium armor are going to be placed in Romania. I'm going to start construction of that airbase in eastern Ukraine. 6 cavalry will be placed in eastern Germany. Two SS Panzer Grenadiers and 2... Wait, did I mess this up? Let's see. Yeah, I have 3 advanced mechanized. That's erroneous. I only spent 2. If you look at what I bought, or when I was talking, I said 2 advanced mechanized infantry for 8. I had erroneously put in 3 chips under there. So I have 2 advanced mechanized infantry and 2 SS Panzer Grenadiers, and they are both going in western Germany. Okay. And then my jet is also going to go in western Germany, and my blue division will go, of course, in Berlin. That gets Berlin back up to 2 infantry and 2 militia. That's it for my place units. Vichy recruitment role. I need a 1 or a 2 to recruit for Vichy. 7. Completing my luck. Okay, I get to collect 58 plus 3 for Sweden plus 3 for Romania. That gets me up to 64 plus 4 for Vichy, 68. So I collect 68, and I'm just so furiously angry that I cannot. I mean, 5 out of 5 rolls. God dang it! So pissed. Get some sleep. Hopefully my brain will work better next time and this video won't be so bad for you, and I'll also track down that tactical bomber. Next up is Madman Dan with turn 11.2 USSR. Thanks for your patience. Happy New Year.